good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? Happy Thursday. We are not, hey Brenda, we are not on our normal bat time, nor are we on our normal bat channel, but we're here. Well, I guess we're on our normal bat time, but not our normal bat channel. So we are here. We are here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are going to give people just a little bit of time to get on. We are not going to ride and chat this morning. We are just going to do some whatnot catch up, and we are going to go from there. All right, let's go ahead and let me see if I can put up a poll really quickly. Let's see here. What did you analyze this week? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just putting up a poll, and I will be with you in just a second. Sell through rate. Putting up some information from last week that we talked about. And I just want to see if anybody paid any attention through to their numbers or wait a minute. Let's see. Poll. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All right, forget the poll. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing this morning? Hello, hello, hello. I apologize for not being on our regular day, but I was traveling yesterday, so I had the show today. So I hope that's cool with everybody and everybody's good with that. Did you find it? Um, so what I want to talk about today is more along the lines of what we paid attention to in our business this week. Did we pay attention to our consistency? Did we develop some anchor times and some days that would work for us after blocking out our calendar? Also this week, did we look at our numbers? Did we look at the feedback from our analytics to see what was working for us or what wasn't working for us? And if so, what analytics did we look at and really, really try to hone in on changing one thing at a time to improve certain categories? And number three, did we work on our consistency this week? Did we work on our consistency this week? We always want to be consistent and make sure that we have the opportunities to be consistent. And so, did we work on that this week? Let's see here. Okay. And so those are some of the things that we want to talk about. So far as anchor time is concerned, typically my anchor shows are Monday morning at 6:22 a.m. All right, on Central Standard Time. Well, Monday morning I had a conflict. And so I couldn't get on Monday and I scheduled the show for Monday evening at 6:22 p.m. Central Standard Time, of which I had to cancel because a good friend of mine and a good friend of the family passed away suddenly. And so sometimes we just have to adjust things in our lives to accommodate what's most important when we can do that. But that was something that happened. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. So that was something that happened this week that, just kind of threw things off a little bit. But we wanted to make sure that it was an opportunity to learn and grow from. And outside of that, what types of things did we analyze this week? For me, like I said last week, this week was all about my sell through rate. It was all about my sell through rate. And when we're talking about sell through rate, we have a set number of items that we have available for sale that we're going to show and we're going to run. And we look at how many of those items actually sold. I did a couple of things this week that I've decided to implement into my business. Number one is I did a consistent start rate. Okay. So my the show that I measured my sell through rate was a $2 start. I did get a couple of items that were bid up quite a few times, and I did have an 80% sell through rate. Well, you kind of expect that when you start at lower start bids. Doesn't mean the items aren't quality. It means that I'm doing a little something different to invest into my business to get people in the room. Now, if you also decide to do lower start rates or whatever your start rates want, your starting bids need to be, we need to source, of course, with that in mind. A couple of things to take into account: the time it takes you to source, because time is money, time is something you cannot replace. We need to take into account the fact that if we want to have a starting bid in mind and we want to be consistent across the board, what do we want that starting bid to be? Good morning, Faithfully Created. How are you today, my friend? What do we want that starting bid to be? And when that starting bid is set, we need to source with that in mind. One of the things that Green 13 said on Sunday that I found very poignant is whenever particularly if we have set bids that are going to start at a lower cost, we tend not to want to do that because we feel already, just off the top, that we're taking a loss. And we probably are. But we know with building any business and starting any business, there's an investment that comes along with that. So one of the things that he suggested to get around that mental block or that mindset of I can't do this because I'm losing money is to go ahead, get a set amount of money and source with the intent of starting those particular items at your set starting bid. Okay. So we're talking about set prices across the board, and we're talking about how to source for those actual items for inventory. Now, for me, I have inventory at home, and some of it is absolutely dead, deader than a doorknob. So I don't mind going ahead and starting those things at lower prices because at this point they need to move. They're beautiful, they're absolutely beautiful, but they're doing me no good sitting in my jewelry trays, in my jewelry chest, or in my jewelry drawer. If there's no purpose for me. If they're not items that I personally want, if I bought them to source, if I'm not going to wear them, then it's a great way for me to invest in my business by growing my room. So, we talked about kind of what we want our business model to be. I said last week that I'm not great with curated shows. It's not my thing. And that's fine. Everybody is different. Um, so we just have to take those types of things into consideration when we're designing our business plan and when we're thinking about our shows and how we want our shows to run. The other thing that's a factor for me, and as we talk more and more, can be a factor for other people, is I work full time. So I don't necessarily have a lot of time to have an extended show. My shows are typically short, an hour to an hour and a half max, unless it's on a weekend when I just typically have more time. But my weekly shows are going to be an hour max. I'm going to knock out as many things as I can, and doing that, in my opinion, and in the things that I've been able to analyze, requires a set start. and it's probably on the lower side. Okay. So those are things that I'm willing to accept. Those are things that I'm willing to understand and try to develop to see how it goes. Good morning, Alimar. So as I kind of delve into that mindset and really embrace that mindset, my sourcing is going to look a bit different. I'm doing a combination of vintage because I have it, and I'm doing a combination of modern because I find it easier to source. Vintage is becoming more of a challenge to source. We keep talking about that. And so understanding all of those components tend to kind of make our business more succinct and more descript. All right. The other thing that I want to talk about is how many of us who are used to more pop up shows have decided to start having some anchor time set for shows. Of course, this show is an anchor time for me. I moved it to till today from yesterday because I was traveling yesterday morning. I couldn't get on. I was on a plane. And so I had to make some life moves. But we do the best that we can so that people know when to expect us. And they know, just like a TV show. I saw somebody say on another show the other day that their mother or grandmother used to plan their whole day around the soap opera that she liked. Who remembers that? Yes, Faithfully, you're really good with mostly planned shows. Yes, absolutely. I love the way that you do that. We will know on, I think it's, is it Mondays and Thursdays at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time that Faithfully Created is going to be on. Now, she may have other shows throughout the week that may be pop ups or she decides to schedule in between those, but those are her anchor shows. We know that she's going to be on at that time. And so we can plan to show up for Faithfully shows because we know she's going to be on. And mind you, y'all, it's even more important now than ever to have either an anchor show or anchor shows scheduled, or to have a good morning, Val. Hello, hello. It's even more important to have anchor shows scheduled or have something pinned that you can pull as a listing for notifications because guess what? Those whatnot algorithms aren't really algorithming anymore, right? We typically, even if we go into our followed host feed, we don't see those who are typically in our show. Hold on one second, you all. I forgot to put something in the bin. That's a no-no. Let me do this really quickly. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I just totally forgot. Do. We'll select all and we will clone. All right. And so we're adding some items to the bin. Okay, so when we know that we're on, people can plan their schedule around us. Okay. Typically, like I said yesterday, I was on a plane, so I couldn't do this show yesterday morning. I had to do it today. But typically, people know at Wednesday at 6:22 a.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to be writing and chatting. If we're not writing and chatting, something has come up. It has to be something pretty important. It's got to be either something work related or it's got to be, an emergency that I didn't foresee that came up. So that's one of the things that we have to keep in mind. Monday at 6:22. I'll share this with you all. I shared it earlier, but I don't know who was on. Monday at 6:22, I had an early appointment and needed to, excuse me 1 second, let me grab some water. I needed to cancel, or not cancel, but reschedule my show for Monday morning show. Oh, yes. And I give a heads up. Thank you, Faithfully Created. I forgot about that. I try to give a heads up when I know it's going to happen. But Monday, I tried to, I had an appointment come up, and this was last minute. So I had to reschedule the show from Monday morning to Monday evening, 6:22 p.m. Monday evening. Well, around, I guess, 3:30, 4 o'clock Monday, we found out that a very good friend of our family and one of my very dear friends' husband passed away suddenly. And our boys are good friends. We're all family friends. It was just devastating. So I canceled the show, rescheduled the show Monday for a later date. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, because that came up and I wanted to go be with them. But sometimes things just happen and we put things in perspective and we prioritize as we need to, of course. But our business is a priority. We have to make sure we have those things set in stone as much as we can with the flexibility and the permission to adjust as we need to. Okay. Now, piggybacking on our talk from last week, one of the things that we talked about was what we were going to analyze this week. We talked about that millionaire mindset and running our business with a millionaire mindset versus a hobby mindset. And so we talked about analytics. We talked about analytics a lot and knowing our numbers. Does anybody want to put in the chat what analytics they paid attention to last week? That was one of our challenges to find a piece of data that you could analyze. You could set, make sure you were looking at it, analyzing, and see what you would do differently, if anything. Trying just one or two things at a time so we can do that a few times to measure what changed for the good or not so good. So, does anybody want to share what they measured this week? And I'll share mine. Anybody want to share? Did anybody? And it's okay if anybody measured anything, say yes. And if you didn't measure anything, it's fine. Say no. Just put a yes or a no in the chat. Yes. Okay. Faithfully created measured something. Did anyone else measure anything? What did you measure beforehand? If you're comfortable saying. Hello, Venagum. Just about everything. Okay. Do you want to give us an example of one? And I'll give you an example while you're typing. If you're typing, I'll give you an example of one of the things that I measured. Last week, I talked about my sell through rate and the week before. So I wanted to continue analyzing my sell through rate. And we also talked about some things that I was going to do differently in my business, which was set start prices, and they were going to be lower start prices as well, but they weren't going to be varied. Okay. And so when I had my show last Thursday, I believe it was. Gosh, my days are running together. It was either Thursday's show or Saturday's show. Thursday's show, I did a show Thursday. Thursday's sell-through rate was, and I don't have my notebook is at home, so shame on me. My sell-through rate on Thursday was about 40%. That was with varied starts. That actually, yes, that was with varied starts, and I kind of changed the course with set starts, but they were still a bit higher. Saturday's show was with lower starts with a set starting bid. Okay, set starting bid, lower starts, and my sell through rate was over 80%. Hey, Dr. Reed, good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, so that made a difference. That absolutely made a difference in my sell through rate. Now, when we're talking about profitability, That's not showing up yet, but it's also something. I'm downtown. I'm in the historic district. I don't know if y'all can see behind me, but that's kind of where I am. I'm a block away from King Street. So I'm right in the historic area, and it's been beautiful. We walked about 3 miles in the heat yesterday. I had to eat at 167 oysters. I was just craving them, so I went there and we walked and walked. Oh, really? Well, this is on Hampton, but I am literally right around the corner from King. I'm going to hang out on Market Street at some time today. Yep, yep. So, I am actually in Dr. Reed's old stomping grounds. Okay, rare bit. Oh, my pen is not working. Okay, there we go. I must have gotten lotion on my paper on North King. Okay, that may be lunch today. Got it. Thank you for the recommendation. Um, so the when I was talking about lotion on my paper, yeah, my lotion's on my hand and my hand was on my paper, so lotion on my paper. It needed to be a little oiled up. So one of the things that we were talking about was setting lower start prices, having them consistent. And we're talking about things that I've had in my inventory for a while, beautiful things, but they're just sitting. What good is it to me? What good is it to me? I can sell that, generate some income, generate some revenue. Let me say revenue, because notice I'm not saying profit, I'm saying revenue, to then source with the mindset of what I want to do from this point forward, which is lower consistent start prices. Okay. Lower consistent start prices. Hey, Courtney, welcome in. So that sell through rate was high. I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to continue to monitor those numbers. And do I expect to, at some point see some profit? At some point, yes. Do I expect to see more counter bids? I did have some counter bids, but not a whole lot. But the count grew. That was another thing. The room count did grow, and so did the counter bids. So some of those things just matter. It just matters. I told y'all last week, I'm not the one for the curated show. Rarely will I have a fully curated show and can tell you this goes great with this because, and I can, make it look like a boutique and start my bids higher. It's just not, that's not going to be me right now. In some cases, that may cause you to lose revenue. It can. And like I said in the beginning, this is something that I am prepared to take a loss on if I consider it a loss. I don't anticipate making money on this merchandise initially. It is to move it and it's to change the tone of my business. And it can cause a loss of revenue. And you have to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared for that. Um, Another thing that I said earlier that I heard on Jeremy Green 13's show the other day was if you're changing your business models, to do it so that hello, Adelite, hello. One of the things that if you're changing your business model, you want to make sure that even if it's with the things that you're moving and the revenue that you're generating from moving those items at a quote unquote loss. One of the things that you want to think about, hey, Bloom, happy Thursday. Good morning, Bloom. One of the things that you want to think about when you're doing that is you want to go in with the mindset of having a set amount of money and having a set amount of money to source, understanding what you're going to start those items at. Okay. So you may say something like, I'm going to take $200 and I'm going to go source. But my plan is to be able to source with the mindset, whether I'm sourcing $3, $5 items, whatever it is, $1 item preferably, but I'm going to go source with a set number in mind that's going to be my consistent and my constant starting bid. Okay. So I'm not just going to buy, I'm not going to see a beautiful, Monet runway necklace that, I think is a great deal and I could get my profit back from it if I'm not willing to start it at, let's say, $3. I'm not going to do that. So I may see, a nice Monet, let's say, Omega that I think that I may be able to start at 3, possibly depending on my room count, have competitive bids to get that number up a little. But I'm going with that mindset. Okay, this is all the investment in growing the room, growing my audience, growing my not just followers, but buyers, growing my buyers so people know that they're able to come into my room and get fair prices. Okay. Um, the other important thing about that too is you want to make sure you have the opportunity to have great return buyers. I wonder if my husband's trying to get in the door. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on. I'll just come and try to let you in. Okay. He was trying to get into the door. um, but the one thing that you want to do is I want to focus on, of course, having my return buyers and having amazing things available for purchase. But I also want to grow that audience. I want to grow that audience. I want to think about Q4, the buying habits in Q4. Um, are historically very different from the buying habits in the summer. People are buying for other people. People are buying gifts. People are um, getting gift cards at Christmas time and spending money on themselves. Bacon. Okay, thank you. And so, just thinking with those types of things in mind make a huge, huge difference. Hey, B. Carter. So, anyway, that's my plan going into quarter 4. And so we'll kind of see how that goes. We'll continue to measure. We'll continue to look and see what changes positively, what changes negatively, and we continue to analyze and evaluate. Okay. Of course, now I will say this, and I said it last week, and I think I always say it. Understand, will you turn that air up just a little bit? It's a little chilly. Understanding what we are willing to invest in our business is one thing. Okay. Understanding what that limit is another thing, because we're not going to continue to run a business at a loss for X amount of time. It takes time to invest in a business and actually turn that business around, but that's not something that we do forever. Okay. So typically it takes 2 to 5 years to turn the investment into the return. All right. Live reselling may be a little differently. You have to be comfortable with your numbers and understanding what you want to invest in your business to be able to see the return. And monitoring your analytics is the only way to um, try to really understand what that looks like long terms and try to predict what that looks like long term. It may be that you have stale inventory sitting around and you may want to sell your inventory that has just been around for a long time at a loss to be able to generate the funds to go buy additional inventory that you feel would do better. at different price points. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever your model is, you may have to consider some additional options there. All right. Anything that anybody wants to put into the chat that's been on their mind this week, or things that they are looking forward to changing about their business, or give us some wins. Who's had some wins this week? Built to Win, you came in right on time. I love that name. Built to Win. Good morning. So what were some wins that we had in our business this week? Hello, Morella. So what were some wins? Did anybody have any wins? Showing up is always a win. So did we show up? Did we show up? Faithfully Created said good morning. I'm sorry. Built to Win said good morning and hello, hello, hello. And Faithfully Created said that she showed up, and which is a huge win, because we can't sell anything if we're not showing up. We can't build an audience if we're not showing up. Bloom said building inventory. Awesome, Bloom. Bloom, tell us a little bit more about building inventory. Dr. Reese said, I promoted a bit more than usual this week before, and I had a steady 20 to 30 people last week. Oh, wow. That's definitely improved my profit. I love that. And so, Dr. Reed, to clarify, when you say you promoted, we're talking about promoting on social media. Is that right? Because that was one of the points we talked about last week as well. Promoting on social media is huge. And I say that every week and I don't do it. Oh, promoting in rooms. Okay, promoting in rooms. Oh, good. You always promote on social. Okay, promoting in rooms. And so when you promoted in rooms, was it when sellers asked to drop the chat, drop your shows in the chat? Was it you were more involved in the chat just on an organic basis? Or what did that look like? And you all, this is I mean, WhatNot is a community. And we always talk about the best ways to increase our audience is to meet people, be active in chats, and always be able to be seen and heard. Always be able to seen and heard. More organic based, yes, but mostly newer folks to me. So it was new buyers, I think, and I had 8 new buyers. That is amazing. That is an absolute win. I love that. I love that. Oh, I love that. So showing up for others makes a difference. If we're in other people's chat, it's helping their algorithm. It's allowing us to make new friends and acquaintances. And that absolutely paid off for Dr. Reed. I love that. Yes, love that. Love that. And Bloom, you've been doing something's going on with me, and I've got to get a bat signal or something for you, because I'm not getting notifications for you. So I need to make sure that I'm getting some type of I need to bookmark something that you would bookmark so I can see you. It definitely takes more time and effort, but it's worth it. Yes, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. It is definitely worth it. Always showing support in any manner is so beneficial on so many different in so many different lenses. It's beneficial for you as the contributor. It's beneficial to the seller, because that algorithm is going. That algorithm wants you seeing running items. They love to see bids because it's making WhatNot money. But the more active that chat is, the better. WhatNot is horrible with the follow you page. Yes. Or the for you page. Everyone needs a bat signal, and we have to bookmark. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Everybody needs a bat signal. Excuse me. Excuse me. Mm. Bloom said she's been doing scrapbooking PWE shows while working on wax melt inventory. I love that. I absolutely love that. Yes, 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 yes. I need to create one. Mine has defaulted to my random listing sale, but I need to default one just for when I'm starting my show. Because it maybe it's not, a seller show. Maybe it is a community show. And so I need to develop a bat signal. That's something that I will do today so I can have it posted. Create. Okay, I will do that. Yes, yes, yes. I will create a general bat signal. Yeah, the For You page is different. It's so funny how whatnot continues to change. And I guess with technology you would. Um but it absolutely continues to change more than ever. There's always every day it seems like there's something a little bit different to me. Has anybody been attending, and I don't know if they've had them this week, but the Whatnot seller chats that they've been doing in the evening? Dr. Reese said, I shop in some larger shows that do paid promotions. Some people swear by that, but I did it when I first started and it wasn't worth it. I've heard a lot of people say that. Folks just bookmarking for the givey and not actually showing up. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've heard that as well. I've heard that as well. Well, you all know if you all come to my selling shows, I don't do givvies anymore. As new buyers, I put something in your bag. I always put something extra in your bag. But givvies are not, I don't know. I would rather spend my money on lower starts and some type of fixed type reduced shipping than I would on a givvy. And so that's just kind of my philosophy. And then I'm even more floored when I hear other sellers save some of that, please, for me. Marcus, Marcus, save some of that for me, please. Save some of that for me, please. Yeah. Even when I hear other sellers um, talk about the reviews that they've received from Gibbies, the bad reviews that they've received from Gibbies. That to me makes no sense. Yeah, now buyer giveaways I can appreciate. Yep. And new buyers get something extra. Yeah. Yeah. I can definitely appreciate that. Uh-uh. No, Dr. Reese said let you eat your breakfast. No, I wanted the potatoes. He bought me some bacon and I didn't have anything to go with the bacon, so I want the potatoes. He's got his headphones on. He can't hear a thing. Not one thing. Oh, goodness. He couldn't hear me. He would have. He would have though, but he couldn't hear me. He's funny. Right. Right. And I am getting ready to eat my way through Charleston for the whole weekend. But as hot as it is, and as much as I'm walking, I think I'll be okay. I think I will be okay. Yesterday, we walked about 3 miles in the heat, and it was worth every bit of it. The best food, the absolute best food. Yes, 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 yes. Urge to splurge. My friend would come in when her big back friend was talking about food. Charleston stone grit. Yeah, I had some grits last night. I was actually I need to get some to take home with me. I was actually we went late last night. We ended up going to we planned on Ubering different places and then we were like this doesn't make any sense because we both need to be in different directions. And so we just went to the airport and got a rental car and we came back to Husk. I don't know if anybody has ever gone to Husk, but it was so good. We had this was our little late night snack because we ate early. So we had barbecue beef ribs that were divine. And we had catfish with stone grits and kind of a tomato okra jam over it. Ooh, thank you, Dr. Reed. Thank you. It was so good. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Y'all. Okay, thank you. I saw it come up, so thank you. Yes, I am going to eat my way through Charleston. I'm planning my whole day around eating, and I don't even know if well, we'll go look at we'll see what's available to source, but I'm going to plan my day around eating. I'm actually, let me back up. I'm working today. I'm actually working today. Um, because I'd already scheduled two webinars that I need to do. So I'm working today, so I won't be doing a lot of in and outs. But tomorrow, Saturday, even this afternoon, it's on. Yes, Bloom said, not mad about that. Yes, 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 yes. I am going to have a ball. I am going to have a ball. And y'all, it's so hot. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. But I don't care. Doesn't matter. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Now, we need to, I've got to call my mother-in-law back because we keep talking about having our big Christmas in Charleston. We've done well, of course, my family usually does Austin with my older son. And then we talked about a big extended family trip in Austin for Christmas because I love it there for Christmas. And we've also talked about Charleston. So I don't know what the plan is this year, but it needs to be Charleston. I've decided it needs to be Charleston. But how much fun, how much fun, how much fun. Yes, it is pretty cool. I'm going to go to the market later today and see what all they have. My middle son told me about that when he was here. He loved it. He kept sending me pictures, and I was just like drooling. So I'm going to go there today and check it out as well. And I went to a couple of antique malls, but they were closed yesterday. They're typically closed on Tuesday and Wednesday. So maybe they'll be open later this afternoon when I can actually get out and go. And I'm going to some other parts of Charleston as well. Um, because there's some things that I need to take care of work wise. And so I'll go ahead and kind of venture out while I'm out there as well. So always fun. Oh, you did. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm excited about going. He said it was everything. And the pictures he sent me were phenomenal. So I'm excited about doing that. Is the medical school somewhere close to this area? I saw Charleston Law School. Really? Oh my goodness. Off Ashley. Okay. Okay. Got it. That is cool. I want the oysters. Y'all can have the pearls. I want the oysters. I had the best oysters yesterday too. Is it pronounced music or musk? Musk? MUSC. Okay. Oh, the letters MUSC. Okay. Oh, I got it now. I got it. Medical University of South Carolina. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Girl, I was still on the pearls at the market, but I know I asked that question afterwards. Okay, that is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Got it. I don't know, y'all. Sometimes when you just get away and you just feel light, I feel light. So that's a good thing. It's been a heavy week, and yesterday and today have been very light. So that's a good thing. All right. So what else? Anybody else have anything what not related we want to talk about, or anything we want to talk about? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, life is short. You gotta live it. Urge to Splurge is going to join us to co-host one week here coming soon. So we will let you know when that will be. She also has a raid train coming up on Saturday, the 22nd, it is a Bengal sudden death raid train. Y'all want to be there. And she has some preview shows coming up for that as well. So make sure to check that out. I know that Dr. Ree will be on this evening. The Bengal battle. Yes, drop the information in the chat urge for me, please. Dr. Ree, Faithfully Created, Bloom. Y'all, everybody drop your shows in the chat, please. I know Dr. Ree will be on tonight. Faithfully Created will be on this afternoon. So drop your shows in the chat. I'm going to try to be lurking in shows today between these webinars that I have to do, since I have to actually facilitate them and not just be on them. Okay, drop your shows. Time to, I wish I had some music for the drop zone, as Perp calls it. All right, Urge to Splurge says Bengal Battle kicks off at 6:50 Central Standard Time, p.m. on Saturday, 8/22. And then Dr. Ree has Korean skincare tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, y'all bookmark. I, I have on no, I wish I had a better light. Can y'all see my skin? It's all that Korean skincare. It's all that Korean skincare. Everybody, thank you, Dr. E. Everybody said, "Do you drink a lot of water? Your skin is just beautiful." And I said, "I do drink a lot of water, but I have a little secret." And so I always share you with them. All right. Bloom says tonight at 8:38 p.m. Central, preview of tomorrow's 30 and 20 raid train. Okay, so the 30 and 20 raid train is tomorrow at 4:38 p.m. Please bookmark. Okay. Um, is it 4:38 p.m. Central Time, Bloom? Mm-hmm. Seriously. Even at the conference, it was the same thing. It was the same thing. Okay, yes. Okay, perfect, Bloom. Okay. Let me go back and bookmark Bloom's. Maybe I can do it from here. I've got my iPad too. Yes, yes. Y'all bookmark faithfully. Did you tell us? Faithfully may have had to leave. Let me see if I can bookmark from here. Bloom. Okay. Yes, y'all bookmark and follow each other. Okay, Bloom, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. 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 So, Bloom, I love this. She has an August, well, yes, Bloom is hosting an August challenge. She has her challenge is to complete 8 selling shows. Each show lasts 31 minutes or longer. That is so cool. I love that, Bloom. Great job, honey. Great job. Great job. Hello, where's my coffin? That name just took me out. That just took me out. No, it's not every day. It's 8 selling shows for the month of August. So she has shows scheduled today, tomorrow, the 25th, 27th, and 31st are the other ones that are scheduled. That took me out. Where is my coffin? I'm going to assume that Where's My Coffin does something with, I don't know, kind of a mortuary or something. Maybe it's coffin style shaped nails. That's just tripping me out. I love it though. That's the kind of name you want. It's so catchy. I won't forget it. I will not forget it. Uh, it's a play on August having 31 days. Ah, love that. Love that. Love that. I love that. It's fun to create our challenges because it makes us accountable to show up. Okay. And we always say showing up is 90% of the battle. If you can't do anything if you don't show up. So take it from there, take it from there. All right. Anybody else? Yeah, something doable. Absolutely. Absolutely. Something doable. Because if our goals, I always say you always have a stretch goal, something that really motivates you to get out of your comfort zone and do something that you normally wouldn't do, something to strive for. But getting to that stretch zone or stretch goal is they're very doable steps between the two. Okay. And those doable steps still keep you going, still keep you accountable, still allow your growth. And that is absolutely huge. Oh, good question. Urge said, are you doing next month too, Bloom? 7197. Why not? 30 days. That's September, April, June is the best day of the whole is. Do you remember? Not the 21st day of September, 5th. All right. What is everybody for today? We are going take day. Uh, somebody else know if you this week that so far we're coming to support and we are going to shove the chat and see what this is what I'm saying. My algorithm is so weird. Mine is my video is frozen and my audio is glitching still. Can you see me now? Better? Okay. We're gonna rate out. I'm in a hotel, so I'm kind of choppy. Okay. Let's raid, follow each other, and I will see you all, of course, next Wednesday, same time. I will have shows probably on Monday when I come back, but it's scheduled, it's bookmarked for Monday morning. Okay. So let's raid. Y'all have a blessed day. Mwah, mwah. Much love. Hold on. Let's see. Elephants in the chat, please.